And we are live.
Are we?
I hope so. According to the streaming software, we are. Uh, so, uh,
Robert, if you're there, let us know.
yes. If you are there, Robert, let us know if we're actually live or we're just like just talking to ourselves in the
Oh,
basement.
I got the YouTube notification. We are
Okay, we
live.
are live. What is going on? All right. FYI, I know I keep saying this week Dantel's Degree was going to come out for our podcast. It's still not out. Well,
I feel like you've been saying that since last year.
I know Dantel's Degree. I swear that episode is like cursed. Like we'll never get this out.
Yeah,
No.
Donatello's gonna get his doctorate by the time you get that episode out.
I know exactly. Yeah. So our editing computer died over the weekend, and so like I had it like halfway edited, and then it was gone, and like everything I worked on, gone. So like I'm back to like I've done some of it, not all of it yet, but hopefully this week for sure. And like because of the no computer, we've actually had it like halt on recording new episodes. So like we're
Hmm.
so behind on stuff. Um, and I believe you guys took a week off this week, right?
We did. So yeah,
Yeah,
Spencer was on vacation, so we took this week off. We will be back next week with a new episode.
nice. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with our channels, our podcast. Just kind of nothing, but we will
Which
have.
is which is fitting because there's kind of not a ton of there's some good news this week, but not a
There,
ton of news.
yeah, there's some good news. I mean, we got some exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and get things started.
In fact, I totally remembered a new thing that's not in the rundown
Uh
that
oh.
I got to send to you right now.
What is this? I'll make sure I got it. Oh yeah. That one. So yeah, I read it. This is what the Mike's sent over the exclusive Empire.
So
Uh,
yeah,
uh
Empire Online or Empire Magazine,
yeah,
the big Hollywood movie magazine had an exclusive new picture
yeah,
for Teenage Mutant Turtles Mutant Mayhem today. And then a new quote from Jeff Rowe
Jeffrey. Yeah,
saying that they wanted the movie to feel like Stand By Me and the movie Lady Bird, which if it's like Stand By Me, that's a pretty hardcore movie.
yeah,
I remember that watching that in middle school.
yeah. I am.
So
Yeah, I am kind of curious what the end product will be. I was surprised when I went to go see Guardians and they did not show the trailer for this movie, but when I went to the theater, they actually had the poster up, but it was like it's a digital poster now at my movie theater. So like I
mm,
couldn't get a picture of it because it would be like, oh hey, that's a Ninja Turtle poster, and then as soon as I pull up my phone, like it switched over to Flash, which
oh,
I got.
bummer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah,
you know,
my theater doesn't have one up for the movie just yet. So
gotcha. Yeah. So, um, but yeah, that's exciting. I'm curious how much that will be accurate, but I will say the new picture like looks amazing, and I am like and just for the obviously for everyone because I didn't put the new picture up.
yeah, no, I'm sorry I threw it in there at the last minute.
Yeah. Well, like I almost decided, but I was like, it's like I didn't think it was like that much of a new thing to talk about. But
Well,
what's cool about
I think the big thing was that kind of quote from Jeff Rose
yeah,
saying that like they wanted the movie to feel like Stand By Me.
right, yeah,
Because like what I've been seeing today, at least like the discourse in the fandom has been kind of like, oh, well, Stand By Me was, they find a dead body in that movie.
right.
Part of part of a big deal in that movie, and so it's like, oh, well, if that's the kind of tone that they're going to go for, maybe this won't be so bad.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it will get people more excited about it because I'm seeing way too many people be like, "Oh, another kids movie." It's like, just because it's rated PG does not mean that like it's not gonna be good, or not pertaining to you. I should say, but
Well,
like,
like I constantly say, like Ninja Turtles has always been like a hard PG 13 franchise, like
right,
in every incarnation.
yeah.
Like even the Last Ronin is a hard PG 13.
Oh, I've been saying Last Run in PG-13. I mean, people are like, "Oh no, that's like no, it's not." And like, um, no, I definitely agree with you there. But like something I did like about the picture, I did like that they have the pupilless eyes, and like it's actually pretty cool. Like, like
Yeah, like
so
they have the cool like pupilless like white eyes
yeah,
that they switched to in the 2012 show.
right, and that
So we don't know if that's going to be the case in the movie.
right.
Uh, I would love it if that was though. Like
I would love it
that
if it
seemed
was it because like that was like one of the best things about the 2012 was that
yeah,
like
because like yeah, like you knew like it was going down
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
exactly.
switched.
As
And like
Radar called it, the evil eyes.
Even Rise like did it once or twice. Like
Yeah,
so they know that's a cool thing that like everybody loves.
right, right. So, we'll see. Like movies less than 90 days away. Uh, I'm pretty sure next month we will actually get our full trailer, our full like 3 minute or 2.5 minute trailer, and I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be with Transformers. Like that. That's when it's gonna. That's when like whenever Transformers comes out, which is like mid June or something like that. That's like when we actually get our full Ninja Turtles trailer. Uh, you know, I would love it to be earlier than that, but that's just what I think. Like don't like quote me on it. Don't be like, oh no, Turtle Recall says it's going to totally be this, and then I'm proven wrong, and then people love.
Yeah, Turtle Recall said it, not those handsome guys over at Ninja Turtle Power Hour.
Yeah, well, Ninja Turtle Power Hour just keeps thinking that it's going to come like each day.
Like if I just keep guessing every day, then I'm never wrong.
That's true. That is true. So, uh, so the so the next thing I actually want to talk about is
Yeah, sorry, I totally messed up the
oh
run
no no
the
no you're
rundown
good no no
doing
no
that.
no no
Robert, hey, thank you for joining us. Thank you for letting us know that this is live because you
yeah, yes. What is going on, Robert? And yes, thank you for letting us know it's live. And like now I have like this cool new chat window on my program now that I don't have to like keep looking at our our live feed anymore, which is nice. So thank you for messaging, and now I know this thing works because I was not sure if it works or not. But we're doing pretty good. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is Jada Toys. They've been doing like those cars, those metal cars and everything. They also like recently did like the Nano Party Wagon, Technodrome, and Turtle Blimp. Well, now they're doing this thing called the Nano Scene, and it's actually going to be a miniature version of the turtle layer. And so,
like the sewer playset
yeah,
and like a little bit of a street scene. Like
yeah, a little bit of street
this
scene.
is kind of cool.
I actually, I like it. The turtle set, like like with the sewer, they actually have like the TV with the broken with that weird antenna with the third leg missing and with the stack of books and everything. Also has the that turtle shell carpet and everything. And then like just above it is the actual street, and there, of course there's a pizza restaurant like on top of it, and with a water tower.
Yeah.
What's cool about this set, it's going to come with four miniature turtles. Which, if you guys never got any of the Jada Toy Ninja Turtle cars, they usually came with one of these. And I'm going to tell you this right now because I have the only one I have is Leonardo. I haven't got the new ones yet because they just
Mhm.
recently did. Michelangelo just came out, and Donatello and Raphael are on the way. But I got Leonardo, and like the stand is actually not flat. That's like the most disappointing thing because they
Oh,
screwed on.
they look flat in the picture.
They no, so these are flat. The one that comes with the car is not flat because they screwed on into the package. It's almost like they don't want you to take it out of the actual like package.
I mean, that
So
kind of makes sense. The way the Jada packages are, like
yeah,
they look like that's part of the display.
right, yeah. So that's actually what I'm happy about this one is that like there you can actually stand these turtles like by itself and you don't like have to kind of be forced to keep it in the box. So it comes with the four turtles, and it also comes with the turtle van. I don't know if this van is the same size of van that they just recently released with the nano, or the nano vehicles. They just recently did. So I'm not too sure. We'll know. There's no MSRP on this yet, but it looks like to be estimated between $30 to $40, which is like pretty much Jada's price point and everything. Yeah, I personally I like it. I mean I like the Jada stuff. I think they do like a really cool like metal miniature kind of thing. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Uh, More than likely I'll probably pick this up because I think it's a good like especially like the size of it. I think it's a good like kind of desk ornament kind of thing. Just kind of keep it over there. Just
Like yeah, like that is what I would if I picked this up,
yeah,
that is what I would do with it. Like it would strictly be just like desk ornamentation. Um it's cool. I don't know. I don't collect this scale, and like with Jada, I haven't gotten any of the other cars. Like in fact, the only like Jada toys, like Ninja Turtles thing I saw
oh
is like that Volkswagen van that Leo came
right,
with.
yeah, that was the
That
first
was
one.
the only one that I've ever seen, like in stores. So I've just and that's not that van. That particular van is not one that's really been associated with turtles. Like it's not even like the one from Mirage or from uh the movie. So I was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So
this,
like
like, I didn't know they did. I know they did that like 3-pack with the Technodrome, the blimp, and the turtle van. I know that's
right.
pretty recent.
That one's pretty recent. I mean, to be honest, the Michelangelo one is really recent too. That was like a I don't know 3 or 4 year gap between the Volkswagen and I forget which car Mikey comes with because like so the car like Jade is kind of weird because like some of them they come with like a replica of like what the show had. Like the Flintstones comes with the actual like Fred's car and everything. Batman comes with his Batmobile, but like the Power Rangers they come with like the weird like just real cars but with like these Power Ranger paint deco on it. And that's what the
Hmm.
Ninja Turtles is like it's like these real model cars, but they just put like a Ninja Turtle deco on it, like the
Yeah, and
Volkswagen. They
so
just
like
made it look like
that doesn't interest me. Like I love the turtles, but I don't care for that. Like give me something that doesn't really like give me something that like doesn't feel cheap like that.
yeah,
And this doesn't feel cheap.
no,
This looks really cool. Um, I'm actually kind of interested because Jada is now moving into like action figures, which is more my bag. So
right.
like, because their Street Fighter line is just now starting up, and
I've
like
been
you can
hearing a
find
lot of good stuff about their Street Fighter figures, and like
yeah,
I think that's like a
D
first.
amazing, D amazing, one of my favorite like toy guys.
Yeah,
Check him out on YouTube. D amazing toys, like just an incredible photographer and poser. Um, Toy poser, not like
yeah,
as in
yeah.
he's a poser like fake. Um, just absolutely incredible. Anyway, his Fei Long interview or Fei Long review just went up, and his Ryu one just went up,
Yeah.
which is kind of the first wave of those figures, and just I'm sold because
Uh
I've been waiting. I haven't collected. I've bought like the last Street Fighter figure I bought was like the Figuarts Ryu
huh.
from like Street Fighter Five, like a couple years, like God, like 5 years ago.
Uh huh.
Um, and it's a great figure, but the problem was is that like Figuarts didn't do very many. They did like four. They did like Ryu Ken, because he's a, just a repaint of Ryu. They did Chun Li. I think they did Cammy. And that was kind of it. They didn't do that many. And then Storm Collectibles, I was just never into like Storm Collectibles, so I missed out on all of their figures, and now they're like really hard to get. They're not hard to get, but they're just really expensive.
Right.
But like before that, I used to collect like Soda Toys, SOTA.
Yeah.
It was state of the art toys. Like their Street Fighter line was incredible, and I was pretty much all in on that one. I almost had all of the World Warriors, like the original Street Fighter 2 cast.
Oh, nice.
So now I'm kind of looking forward to Jada doing that. Anyway, I was segueing into that because I really would like to see if Jada does a Turtles line.
I would love,
which I know is like, it's like
another
company doing a Turtles line. But, honestly, as much as like, I don't know, I don't have a best action yet, like to mess around with. Like
right.
I have the Disguise Leo, but I haven't opened it.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, I don't even really like, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed that I bought it because I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with all of them.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, I think if the Street Fighter figures are already so cool, like I kind of want Jada to give it a shot.
I would love like Jada to give it a shot, and like, and to be honest, like they don't have to do like animated Ninja Turtle figures. They can actually like, I don't know, either like do their own thing, or like, just another like iteration that hasn't been touched on as much. And I would like probably be all in that, especially if it's the same quality as their Street Fighter figures. So
yeah, because like, to be honest, I do not want another classic TMNT toy line. Like right. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of like how I feel about Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures. I'm like, I'm good on Mighty Morphin. There's other seasons. There's
no. I think we can get some more. I think we can get some more Mighty Morphin in there.
There are better costumes than Mighty Morphin. I'm just saying.
There absolutely are not better costumes. How dare you?
How dare I? I am not a true Power Ranger fan.
You really aren't.
I know.
Exactly. You heard it here first, folks. You know what? To be honest, like I would really like a Bulk and Skull figure, and do that as an exclusive.
I would still love a Bulk and Skull figure. Like, I like there's so many like Power Ranger figures I would love to see. It's just that like, they just keep doing Mighty Morphin. I mean, it's tiresome. I mean, and but okay, I'm gonna stand off that because we're Ninja Turtles. Even Cody came here. He said we're certified. That's right. We got to go back. So the next thing I want to talk about here is this one actually kind of came out of left field for me. I wasn't expecting this, but Bottleneck Gallery have been doing they are doing pre-orders currently. Today's pre-orders have been sold out, but tomorrow they're going to be opening up more, and it's going to be statues based on Peter Layard's like first like Michelangelo drawing. So
Pixel Dan had the official reveal for this earlier today. Mm-hmm. And so this is actually worked on by the same guys who did the first Turtle statue for Mondo, if you picked that up a couple years ago. So Justin Ishmael and Matthew Black, like, all that original team. Plus, this is also being produced by the Four Horsemen. So pretty much everybody that worked on that original statue based on Kevin Eastman's drawing of the first Turtle, this is meant to pair exactly with that one. It's the same scale. You can put them right next to each other, and it looks like they always belong to next to each other. And yeah, so like Jason said, Today's pre-orders went up, and those were technically only for members of the Bottleneck Gallery, like I guess like their membership.
Gotcha.
So those ones sold out, and apparently some people also bought them that weren't members. So I think some people are expecting the orders to be canceled in order for tomorrow. But all of these are limited edition.
Yeah.
The black and white, I think the deluxe one is about, I think it was $200, and that one is limited to 300 pieces.
So okay, the 3-pack where it comes
The 3-pack is 300 pieces. That's right.
Is 300 pieces. The 3-pack is the 2 colors of Michelangelo. The first with the red head bandana, orange bandana, and then a black and white statue. That's $200. If you just want just the plain statue, that's just like either colored or uncolored red bandana or orange bandana, or even the bandana colors for the black and white one, that's going to be $75. However, if you want the deluxe one, which comes with for the color it's 2 swappable heads, and for the black and white it's 3 swappable heads for each color bandana possible, that's gonna be $100. Which, I mean, personally, I'll probably be picking up the black and white one with the head switching, because I think that's the coolest one.
And I know Cody picked one up earlier today too. I'm gonna pass, because now that I know that this is meant to pair with that Kevin Eastman figure, I know I'm just never gonna get that. So I don't want to have this and like have it not be a complete set.
So I have the Kevin Eastman figure.
Well, yeah. So you can go ahead and get this.
Right.
It is really cool, and it is I like Pixel Dan said in his video, like it is really cool to see companies do stuff like this based on like concept art, and kind of showing like where this franchise had begun, and it's neat. This is so cool because it is something that's like not you never really see stuff like this,
right.
Especially nowadays with Turtles merch. So it's like, this is just really cool.
This is really cool. I mean, because personally, as soon as Mondo made the other one, the Kevin Eastman one, I mean, I completely fell in love with it. I was like, oh, I have to have this in my collection, and especially because before that was made, I was actually trying to get one of my coworkers to 3D print me something like that, because it wasn't done yet, and and then like all of a sudden, like, Mondo was like, oh, hey, here, $60, yeah, you can have it. And I was like, sold. I had and then like, this, and like, of course, like, this one is, it's the other half. This is Kevin Eastman's like version of it. I'm like, oh, like, and I personally, I like the black and white one much better than because I associate Mirage with black and white, so I like the black and white one better than the color one. That's why I want to go with that one. But even though my Kevin Eastman figure just is all black and white, I still kind of want the interchangeable heads, because I think that's just a cool feature.
It is really cool. Is it like, if I had gotten that first figure, I would be all over this.
Right.
But it just, because I didn't, it kind of sucks.
Right. I completely understand. Something Cody asks is like, I hear it's normal for them to do 2 halves. I created an account, allegedly that's membership. I don't know, because I unfortunately, I did not hear about this until after everything sold out. So I don't know what like membership was. I just saw that the pre-order sold out. I was like, okay.
And apparently dudes are also trying to flip this on eBay already.
Oh, of course.
From what I hear, Bottleneck is really good about shutting those eBay like resellers down.
Oh, good.
Because like this is a pre-order and you technically can't list pre-order items for sale on eBay.
Uh-huh.
Uh, at least within like a couple month periods. So
Yeah.
um, those eBay auctions will probably be shut down. I know people are reporting them already. So
Good, good, good. Flippers are like the worst kind of people.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
But yeah, for more information on that, definitely check out Pixel Dan's video
yeah,
because he
yeah.
did get the exclusive reveal. He was really proud about that.
That's pretty cool. To be honest, I didn't know he actually got an exclusive revealer about it. I just saw it in like my newsfeed, and I was like, oh, what is this? And so
Well, that's the professional journalism that you get when you have me.
yeah,
So
that's right. Hey, that's why you are included in here. But yeah, definitely check out his thing, and I'll probably update. I'm gonna update his my description of the video to make sure
mm.
we link in Pixel Dan to get the exclusive reveal. And I'm actually gonna go and like watch his video about it
Yeah,
because I would actually.
because he puts the two together
Yeah,
so
I
you can
want to see the
see
two together.
what they
Yeah,
look like together,
I would
and
love
they
to
look
see that.
great, and it's taller than the Super Seven Ultimates.
Oh,
So this is a
nice.
pretty big figure.
Yeah. To be honest, like my big worry was that I wasn't sure if this paired with that one or not. So I'm
Yeah,
actually really happy it's like done by the same people and that they put this
yeah. Like the only difference is like it's not Mondo,
right,
because as we know, Mondo's kind of moved out of this.
right.
So yeah, definitely go check out his video.
Yeah, yeah. I like what Robert wrote. He says, so technically Michelangelo is the oldest turtle. He's not the youngest brother that people say. Actually, yeah, that's very true because
Yeah.
the first drawing was that Kevin Eastman drawing with
Well, also
Michelangelo.
like I've said too, Michelangelo is the only turtle we've seen have birthdays in the original show.
That's
So
right. That is right. He is the only one with the bird. The other ones just like they just hatched and no one
yeah.
cared. Uh, so the last thing I want to talk about first, I have to give Mike an apology because we were talking about AAA Ninja Turtle game, and I was like, oh, they're not just gonna release a Ninja Turtle game without any reference or not, and I was totally wrong. They totally
Hmm.
released the like they totally released a Ninja Turtle game that's like AAA quality, and it's there was no rhyme or reason for it. Like they just like, oh, here's the game. So we have a brand new game.
Well, I wouldn't call it a AAA game,
Oh,
but
oh, oh! This is the AAA game, dude. This is
oh,
one.
this
This is
well
the
no
AAA game.
no
There's like
AAA game.
there's the action there's the merchandise coming with it too. Like
So
unless if there's another game that's also coming from this, like this is
well
like what that article was talking about last year. Like
no, because a AAA game is like multi-million dollars, like
I think this is
and for consoles, like
I think this is
there
coming
hasn't
for
been a AAA game for mobile.
I think this is also coming for consoles, dude. Um,
If this
because
comes for consoles,
I think it's
absolutely 100% day one buy.
I think
The
this is coming for
way it's
consoles. There's no way they worked this
well,
hard on it.
hang on. Well, we're bearing the lead here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Shadow dropped this week is a brand new mobile game that's exclusive to the Apple Arcade Store.
right,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate.
right.
So which is written by Tom Waltz from IDW.
Right. Yes. It's written by it's written by Tom Waltz. And like if you guys don't, it has like voice acting into it. It like there's
Mhm.
actually like in just and also just today IDW announced that there's also a tie-in one-shot comic going with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like 100% the game that Tom Waltz was like telling you about. Um, so like I I personally I don't see this coming. I don't see another game coming with this. But also after seeing the gameplay, because I unfortunately I don't own an Apple device. Um,
Mm.
but uh, but after seeing the gameplay and like uh, the attention to this is definitely coming to consoles. Like, I mean, there's no
Well,
way that this is locked because this was programmed with consoles in mind.
well,
This is
I do have an Apple device,
uh
and I used my free trial for
uh
Apple Arcade to play this. So I have been playing this pretty off and on all day
uh
today. Um, and I gotta disagree with you. It is definitely not built like that. Uh, this game is very much it's called a roguelike. That's the kind of genre that it is.
right,
Where the point of this game is that you were going to die a lot. Uh, part of the game's progression is that you get so far, you get some power ups, you die, you start at the beginning again, and now you progress through the game with those new power ups to get even further on your next run. If you played Hades, which came out a couple of years ago, which is a fantastic roguelike game that this is kind of heavily inspired by, I would say. Um, that like even the music is very similar to Hades.
mhm.
This is very much that style of gameplay, which I was addicted to Hades. My wife and I both loved it. So, but Hades wasn't a AAA game,
No, no,
and
Hades
and
was
Hades is probably the most well known
oh
roguelike game.
right,
At least I mean there's others. There's Rogue Legacy,
yeah.
and there's even like space sim roguelike games.
So
I can't remember.
So
So
I
this
mean, I'm not saying like this game is AAA. I'm just saying this is the game that we were getting teased with last year. It's just that like
well
they just
we were getting
people
teased with the AAA game.
right, but people just like to throw in that those like buzzwords in because like it's either this or the AAA game is that last run game because
Well,
um
no, again, Tom Waltz said that wasn't the AAA game.
r-
So
right, but Tom
I
Waltz wasn't working
I
on
got
that
I mean
game.
I gotta think there's gonna be more than one game this year. Like this is a big relaunch year for Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, right,
You know, we've got the new era starting
right,
basically with the movie.
right.
And you know, a mobile game, you know, it still takes development, but it's relatively quick to throw together compared to a real,
Right.
you know, console AAA game. Can this get ported to console?
I
Absolutely. I think it, I mean, it can. The way it's built right now, it doesn't feel like it is, um, it doesn't feel like it's um, heavily designed for mobile. Like it doesn't feel like a mobile game. It controls like a mobile game. That's kind of my main problem with
uh-huh.
it so far is I don't like touchscreen controls.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, so because like I saw the controls and I don't think this game was like I don't think this game was like initially for mobile. I just think that Apple has that window exclusivity and they like, you know, when you have like that Windows exclusivity, you're not going to be like, "Oh, by the way, uh wait 3 months and this is going to come on Switch and Xbox or something like that." You're not going to see that, but just the way like there's there's too much like talent and things to go that went on in here that it's going to be locked into just Apple and not even be on for other like you know the Android devices. I mean there's no other.
well, I mean, there are other games that are Apple Arcade exclusives, like that are very well designed. Sasquatch
Mhm.
is another very popular one.
Uh-huh.
Even Sega's done exclusive Sonic games just
Mhm.
for Apple Arcade. Like it's not unheard of to have a really high quality game, especially because like mobile gaming has evolved so much.
Uh-huh.
I don't typically do mobile gaming. So like I said, like I used the free trial that I've been sitting on for years
Uh-huh.
to finally play this game.
Uh-huh.
Will it keep me going for another month? I don't know. Maybe. You know, I got to Leatherhead, and it feels I almost beat Leatherhead
Uh-huh.
on my first try, and then he got me at the end. So I've started back over, and now the game kind of expected you to do that because now like the storyline kind of expected you to die at some point because now the turtles are telling you about how, you know, oh, we're back here again. What happened? You know, we almost died.
Gotcha.
So Like I said, the game is very much again just like Hades, where Hades, your whole thing is you're trying to get out of the underworld, and every time you die, you get set back, and that technically is part of the story. It unlocks more dialogue. And so like all the other characters are commenting about, oh, like you're gonna go out again. Oh, okay, well, blah 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 blah. Like it unlocks more story. You're expected
Uh-huh.
to die. I get the feeling that that's gonna be the case here. It probably won't have as much dialogue as Hades did,
Uh-huh.
but it would be really cool if it did.
It would be cool. I still think this is gonna be. I still think like this was initially for like consoles or PC at least, and then it's just that Apple got like the exclusive thing, and that's how like they were able to kind of shadow drop this
Yeah.
before it gets like announced for there's no way this is not going to PC. I'm going to say this right now. Like, I mean, uh, th- there's there like this is not a cheap mobile uh thing where like you just kind of sit there and just wait for like to have the game play by itself while you're waiting for your code to compile at work. Like this is actually something that is actually like very involved, and like I don't see this actually being just
Well, no, I gotta disagree. I mean, because again, having played it, I
uh,
literally played it on my lunch and
uh,
then stopped playing. Like,
right, but there's no. I mean, is there like just automatic like where your character moves on your own and then they just go and like get to the thing because like that's most
no,
mobile
I
game.
mean you are
Right,
controlling it, but
right,
again,
right,
like that's what I was saying earlier about how like games have evolved. Like it's all touchscreen controls,
right.
but they're very rudimentary. It's not
But it
like there's you're just tapping buttons to do your attacks.
yeah,
Um,
like
you're not really.
from what I saw from the gameplay, like it's like the touchscreens is more like it looks like the they had to adapt the touchscreens for it, and it looks like it's more controller play. And I mean, I know Apple Arcade you can like get controllers. I know that. Like because like that Apple Arcade was it is meant to like compete and have its own like thing because of like how the mobile gaming like, exploded and everything. I understand like how it goes and everything, but like I I personally I really think this is like uh I really think this is like what Tom was explaining to you. I mean I highly doubt he's working on it's like, oh, by the way, I'm also working on this one as well. Like I mean, and this one looks like it's like because if this was like uh, Ninja Turtle Legends or I forget the other one that they just did recently, I could like totally like throw it away and be like, oh, okay, this is just a mobile game. Like like it's endless. You're done. But this one actually has like a story. There's actually things to go in there. There's voice acting to go with it. Like this, I don't think I think like in the developer's mind, this is like whether it's really triple A or not. This is like actually probably what they defined it as triple A. It's like, by the way, hey, we made our own like
See, I
characters. I mean,
I gotta disagree with you there because like AAA implies a very big production, and this just isn't it. Like this is good. This I think you're putting a little bit too much weight on it.
uh-huh.
Cody makes a point. He says, it's like saying Marvel Snap, which is an incredibly popular game. Like it's one of the top mobile games right
Right.
now.
But that's like 100%
Um,
a mobile game. That was designed with touchscreen in in hand.
and that's what I, and
That
that's
was
what I'm saying. Like
designed to
this
play like,
this
for like
very much is
3
too.
minutes and then you're kind of done. You can put it down. This one like the level designs itself. This is a bad I mean I keep saying this cuz like this is a bad handheld game because like it's something that you have to concentrate on. Handheld games you don't it's
I mean,
mobile
I mean,
handheld
you
games you
again
just
like again, like playing this on my lunch, like no, like that it's very much just kind of an easy run around, tap the buttons, and dodge occasionally. Like this is a great pickup. I'm playing it right now
Uh-huh.
while we're talking.
Uh-huh.
Like it's very much just a kind of like just a run around. Play on your lunch. Go get as far as you can, then die, and then
Right.
I stopped playing it for the rest of the day until now.
Right.
Um,
Because like let's not forget, Fortnite's considered a AAA game, and that was with mobile in mind. I mean,
right, but that also had the console part of it too. Like again, like there's no AAA game that is solely for mobile.
but I'm saying I don't think this is only for mobile. I think it went to Apple first. That's what I'm saying.
Which would be great. I mean, we
Because
don't
Apple has
we
a
don't
lot of money.
know.
Apple has a lot of money, and Apple like they can do this kind of stuff. And I really think this is we went to Apple first, and then but like later on like at the end of the summer we'll probably hear like, oh, by the way, this game is coming out, uh it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass, and like it's like, oh, you can uh get it on Switch and that kind of stuff, because the production for this is too, like, I feel it's like too much just to be locked on a on just a mobile game, and especially like a mobile game that you have to pay a service to play it, because you can't
I
actually
mean,
buy this game. You have to have the
I mean,
Apple Arcade.
again, Apple Arcade has exclusives. Like that's not unheard of.
I'm not saying Apple Arcade has the Nickelodeon tennis game, which you can play the Ninja Turtles, and I'm hoping you, like, now that you have the free trial, you've like at least like played that one too, so you can play Mikey with uh the pizza box racket. But I'm not saying like, oh, that game stuff, like that's exclusive to Apple as well, but that's also like that's clearly a mobile game. This is like this
I
one.
mean, and this looks and feels like a mobile game. Like I'm looking up the company that made this Super Evil Megacorp,
Uh-huh.
and they have two other games that they've made, and both of them just as good as this, and those are mobile exclusives.
Uh, we will see, but I
I mean,
have
I'd love to see this on console, but the way it's built right now, I gotta say it's gonna be on at least iPhones for a while.
it's
I
going to
want
be
to
on
play this on
iPhone.
my
It's going to
iPad
be
and
on
see that.
iPhones for a while, but I don't see another Ninja Turtle game coming. Just I just don't like.
I mean, again,
I
because
think
like
this is
this is
their Ninja Turtle game uh, of the actual year, and then like and I think this is actually what they
well,
were
because okay,
referring
so
to.
that means you're kind of saying that means you're saying that this is as big as a Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, yeah, 100% yes. I mean, because
I mean,
we're already seeing
if this was if this
already
was
seeing
as
the other media tie-ins for this. Like
but that's
this.
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was as big as the Shredder's Revenge, then I don't think they would have just shadow dropped it.
I
On
think
a
it's
day, like because they just shadow dropped this. They didn't announce
right.
it.
They just shadow dropped it. I mean, but again, I'm just saying, like, I think it got shadow dropped like this just so Apple can just have that whole like, hey, by the way, this is just ours, and like they don't want to reveal that, oh, by the way, you can actually play this game, uh, like like 2 or 3 months from now on a console or on PC.
I mean, yeah, but they because also too like if this had like exclusivity, um, which as of right now this does.
This is like
Like
100 right now. 100% this is Apple exclusive. I'm not saying it's not Apple exclusive. Oh, but right now it's
because yeah, because like the press releases and everything have said that this is Apple exclusive. So like as of now, like it's not going anywhere.
right as of now
Um,
it's not going anywhere.
and then
But there's
but
already
like because
like
Shredder's Revenge and like and even like other games like will let you know that there's an exclusivity period, and so you can, and so people can
But
wait for that title to move around.
right, but there's a lot of companies that will buy that exclusive window, won't have it like so the company can't advertise that exclusive window um um for a set period of time because they want it to sound like that they have the exclusive rights to it.
Right. I mean
And
that does happen. I'm not
yeah,
saying that doesn't.
right. And I mean because if this did not have like the other media tie-ins to go with it, I would have dismissed it. But we're already seeing the comic book. I really have a feeling like we're gonna get the action figures to go with this as was promised. Um, like because we were promised the comic book for the AAA game. It was going to be worked with an IDW comic. And so like this is like showing those signs. And I mean, I'm not saying like this is like 100% AAA. I'm just saying this like really feels it's in that thing. And I personally I was not expecting
The
this game, like I was not expecting like
the
the game of
comic
this caliber to be shadow dropped, and I was
the
surprised.
co- the the comic itself, I mean, like isn't that big. Like
It's a one shot.
it's $2 and it's only 12 pages. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not even a full comic.
Uh-huh.
Like so I get what you're saying. I don't think this is the big rollout that you're expecting it would be.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I think this is more of a taste of what's to come for Turtles this year. I think, like I said, this is a big relaunch year for Turtles. So like in a way that like, boy, I wish like Rise had gotten this treatment.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, no, no.
um
No, I understand. I mean, and like I said, like if like I mean, to me this looks like it's gonna have a console release. I mean, it just to me it really looks like I don't think they would put this much effort into just a um into just an Apple arcade. If there was like no voice acting or anything like that, I would probably not think this way. But the fact is, like, they're putting like a lot of effort into this,
but I mean, Apple
and
could
like,
have thrown a lot of money into the development as well.
yeah,
This
and
could
honestly,
be
they could
a
have,
Nintendo and Bayonetta situation. We wouldn't have got this game if it wasn't for Apple.
and it honestly, it really could be. I mean, and I'm not, but I, but at the same time, I really think like with when they were trying to like, especially like we've got determined that the last Ronin was not the AAA game that was uh was being like advertised that from last year. Like the people working on this one probably embellished it and said it was a AAA game, but like because of like the production value was probably a lot higher than what they were expecting. uh, and it's right now showing all the signs of this being the game that was described last year. Like, I mean, and at the same time, I could be completely wrong. But I mean, oh, it really is showing that. Like, I mean, I personally, I was not expecting a game like this to be shadow dropped either. And especially like being locked at Apple Arcade. Uh, but like you never know. Like maybe like if there is a console version that I'm
Hmm.
still believing that is coming out, it's probably even like bigger and grander than this one. And it just has the same story with like they just like were able to condense it down. I mean, the controls itself does not look like it really looks like they kind of like forced the touchscreen into the controls as like they were actually like doing the controls for more for a controller support
Well,
system.
I mean, because you can play this on Mac and on Apple TV,
Uh-huh.
where the game does run in 4K, it gets
Oh,
upscaled,
okay.
and you can use controllers on those. In
Yeah.
fact, I mean, like we talked about earlier, you can pair a Bluetooth controller to your iPhone and play that as well.
Right.
I might even try that later.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I mean, yeah, like it would be cool to see this, like even as like a re-release later, as like
Uh-huh.
Splinter's Fate, remastered or whatever they want to call it,
Right.
and then put that out on the Switch or something.
Right,
Like
right, right. I mean
that would
that
be
might be,
cool.
yeah. That might be handled down the road, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I still think this is like I still think this is like what they were referring to. And I think that there's like I think there's bigger things coming for this game. Is just that just Apple has that exclusivity. Like I mean, we'll see down the road. We'll see down the road if I wrong.
My thing is like you don't shadow drop a AAA game. Like there's a AAA game has too much money invested in it
Oh,
to shadow drop it like that and not have a big build up marketing blowout. That's like saying that like the new Legend of Zelda game would just drop
just
without
drop
any fanfare.
without yeah. I mean, I, that's why I'm surprised because like I wasn't expecting like when I first saw this game, I immediately kind of dismissed it as just just like one of those like, oh, okay, you're just game you play for like 2 minutes, and like it controls itself. But there's actually like they actually like wrote down a story here. They actually like
Mhm.
are tying it into something bigger. They have like uh, kind of original designs for these characters. These aren't just like hey, we just
Yeah.
threw in.
Well, I want to talk about that because like these designs are heavily inspired by the IDW comics. Like
Right.
Leatherhead is exactly
Yeah.
his IDW appearance. The turtles, I mean, they look comic booky, but they're not their true IDW like
Right.
versions.
Right. Right.
Um, I haven't been able to find out like a lot of the production here. Like I haven't been able to find who the artist was on these on the character assets. I haven't been able to find like the voice cast. I'm really trying to figure out who
Yeah.
is
The
here.
one.
Like I have some ideas on like who some of the people are, but like I cannot find a cast list.
Oh no.
At least checking the normal spots that I you know
Well, is
go
there
to
not
check.
a like when you boot up the game? Is there not a credits like
No,
usually? No.
there's
Oh
no,
wow.
there's no, there's no like button for credits. That
Oh.
that was one of the first things I checked because I was like,
Okay.
oh, like
I
um,
don't know. You might.
when
You.
you boot up the game, you have like options. You can pick a save file, multiplayer, and that's it. Like
So, Cody, just to let you
oh,
know,
the,
because you're saying you're not giving me, you don't think I'm giving enough credit to mobile games and what
oh
they
Cody.
become. Yeah, I'm a developer. I know exactly what mobile games get for development and that kind of stuff, and what they've actually become. Um, I mean, I know what like mobile games get as opposed to what other games get and like mobile games like they have to just be gang busting to get like where there is, because mobile games is like such a risky market for a lot of people. So I'm like just to let you know like I I know the scene in and out because of like people I've known that worked at video games, who work on both mobile and on non-mobile games, and just the production value for this one is a lot higher than something that should be shadow dropped. That's
Hmm.
why. That's why I'm kind of like giving this as it is. And like I'm not saying that no one makes. I'm not saying that no one's actually making games for mobile. I'm just saying that it's not like it's like something like this has to have a good reputation for it to be, hey, we're doing it like this, and even like Mike just mentioned, like they've only done two other games, and like this is not a big developer like that people know and that kind of stuff. I mean, but at the same time, I don't know every mobile game development cycle. I mean, obviously, so I don't like, it's not like it like, there are things that's that that I'm like probably like wrong with a lot of stuff. I'm just saying from just the people I know, I've talked to, and like on like people who actually like work on this stuff. That's where I'm coming from.
Well,
If
as
that
of
makes
right
sense.
now, it is the number 2 game on the Apple Arcade Store.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that makes sense. What's number one? Is it Fortnite?
Uh, let's see. It was number 1 yesterday. It today is NBA 2K
Okay.
3
Okay.
or
Okay.
2K23
Gotcha.
Arcade Edition.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Nah, yeah, because like and obviously this, I mean, I don't expect this to be number two for like ever. I have a feeling this is gonna like drop out like in
it
like
is
two or
it
three.
is fun. Like
Yeah.
I'll mostly play this like on my lunch or you know when I'm going to sleep. You know, um, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I might keep Apple Arcade for a month or two.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, who knows?
Hey, you gotta tell me how that Nickelodeon tennis game is. Like, you gotta play as
We'll see if
Mikey.
I we'll
You
see if I get there.
Hey,
We'll
hey,
see if
hey,
I
hey,
get there.
hey, hey, hey! You're paying for the service. You might as well go for all the Ninja Turtle
Oh, I got a free.
exclusive.
I mean, I got a free month right now, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm just saying you might as well go for all the Ninja Turtle exclusive content that they have. Like that's the only
Mm.
other one I know of. No, I think there's a racing game. I'm sorry. There's also a racing game on Apple Arcade that has like one or two Ninja Turtles on it.
I'm
Like
excited because I play a lot. I've been playing Sonic Dash for God almost 10 years, and there's a Sonic Dash exclusive version for
uh,
Apple Arcade that
right.
I'm now going to try.
Yeah, yeah. I think that Sonic Dash has no. I'm sorry, no. It's a Nickelodeon game that has the turtles. But yeah. But that's pretty much all we have for this week. Thanks for everyone who coming in, and I'm pretty sure I made an enemy with Cody. As like
No, you didn't make it enemy with Cody. Don't worry. Cody's a smart guy with his own YouTube and TikTok channel.
Gotcha.
He knows how this goes.
Yeah. Also, I want to bring because like he did bring up like a movie, a Ninja Turtle movie game. There is no Ninja Turtle movie game actually coming out this year. Instead, the Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem, is going to be featured in Roblox, and that's how they're doing their movie tie-in. Because movie tie-in games have been dead for a while, just because the production versus sales have been not cooperative anymore. So it's easier for these movies to have like more of a tie-in to something that's already established.
Yeah.
And I mean, and this has come from a person who loves movie tie-in games. I think I was the only customer for like movie tie-in games for a while. I still own the 2007 game and the Alice Shadows DS game.
And I remember when technically Mutants in Manhattan was a tie-in game. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was technically a tie-in. That's right. It was more of its
yeah,
own thing, but it was like, hey, we gotta get it out for the movie.
yeah, we got to get it out for the movie.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That was like, yeah. This is like now, like and I wouldn't be surprised. For this one is probably that same mindset. It was like, oh, we gotta get this out, before for the movie and everything, and like oh. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm really crossing fingers and I know like parts of me like I wanted to be consoles because that's my wishful thinking, or at least
oh
not
yeah,
locked
I
in.
mean Robert said that he only plays console games. Like he doesn't play mobile. Like I don't really play mobile either. Like
Yeah,
most mobile I play is like my DS or
uh-huh.
or when I take my Switch out. Like
Right.
I mean
Yeah.
that's not my ideal experience,
Right.
but like
Right.
as a professional Ninja Turtles person, like I need to experience it, and so I have the means to do it, so I'm gonna play it like here. So
If I had an Apple device, I would definitely be busting out a free trial or at least paying $5 just to at least
I mean, yeah.
pay
I
it
mean,
for a month.
thankfully there are other games on
Yeah.
Apple Arcade like that are worth playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm excited for Sneaky Sasquatch. Like I've been wanting to play that for a long time,
And now you got a
and
reason.
now I've got a reason. I just downloaded it. So
Yeah. All right.
anyway,
Yeah. Good conversation, Mike. You know, and I know this was a more of a debate kind of thing, but you know, always
well, I
good.
mean that's what we do here.
That's what
So
we do exactly. If we looked into each other eye to eye, like you know, this would be a very boring podcast. I'm just saying. I want to thank Robert and Cody for joining us. Thank you so much. And hopefully this week Dante's degree finally comes out. No promises. But I am in the middle working it. Hopefully my computer doesn't die this time. All right. Till next
cross
time,
your
guys.
fingers.
Yeah, cross my fingers. All right. Till next time, guys. See ya.
See it.